Hey ho, Libluini here. Now we are in a friendly winter of year 2 of the Ascension Wars, here with Hilmar Vega Pettersson, the god of Caelum. It's Dominion 6, late age time. We actually managed to finish another level in Conjuration now, so we are slowly gaining the levels we need to actually get our weird astral mages. Meanwhile we are assembling tons of course constructs. Our god still is searching in vain. There was a bunch of battles happening. Jelenia Gora saw some nature gimps. We managed to finish the castle on our throne. And yeah, Troll Canyons is open to us. And there is still a lot of stuff inside. Yeah, in aggregate that might be painful. What exactly is the AI doing over here? So here of course are the crossbow men. Big beefy dudes with dog heads. They even were smart enough to wear helmets. Not many, there are a lot of non-humanoids who don't put anything on their weird animal heads and then suffer for it. So those dog people are already smarter than 90% of the non-human enemies in units in Dominion 6. Also, beast to fight, holy shit, 26 and a bite in addition to being fairly good at attacking. While there are not many of them, fighting them with our bird dudes might be painful as fuck. And of course there's a lot of crap summoned back here, in case our flyers show up. Poisonous sting, fairly good attack power, and good protection. Those fire ants are kind of nasty. They're also stealthy, so if you want to really scare someone, you can pack a bunch of them with a stealthy leader and go around horrifying people. Only thing you have to add is mindless, means you can't really mix them with normal units. Of course there are all those how to kill dog mages, high defense, some protection, and 2 attacks. That will be fun. I'm guessing the best way to do this is to put my archers closer to the front and just shower everyone with crossbow bolts, while my flyers attempt to just go the other way and drop into the back row. Let's do this first because I probably forgot half of what I need to do if I look at the other battles first. So let's... And yeah, of course, and I have these assholes here. No idea what to do with them. I kind of need them later, but also so I don't want everyone else to get stuck in. So I put them out in the front. Then they will clock the gates, which for our nation is completely irrelevant since we have so many flyers. So we have this block of assholes. Oh, I'll keep them here. He's of attack rear. No, my friend. You are part of a big army now. You are therefore more important. Hold and attack rear. So we have 2 blobs of back row attackers. No idea what I'm supposed to do with you guys, I guess. Maybe, if they're lucky and fast enough. Well, no. Let's ram them in as fast as possible. So either they die or they do cause some losses. Either way, they have kind of lost their utility by now. We now have 2 big blobs of sacreds housing down the enemy line. 2 attackers who will drop by after a couple turns, and then these guys will rush in and clock the gates as best as they can. Divine Blessing means everything should be okay. And with our archers being so far, even if there is someone trying to hit them, it should all spray into the backfield here, hitting nothing at all. So the army is ready, and this means we are storming this Sadly, we see only the reports next time. So now our mages continue doing their site searching. On the one hand, it's kind of shitty, but we're finding nothing, absolutely nothing. On the other hand, it's kind of a thing in this kind. In the late age, there is not much magic to go around. So, well, buddy, you can go into the Godstomp Mountains now. I let these scout around one more turn, then I'm guessing the enemy is gone for good, and return business as usual. Probably nice to know what there's going on here. Well, yeah, and she becomes more and more of a troublemaker. Troublemaker and everything combined. Let's take a look at this new throne here. He survives all this marching. Then we have, yeah, that's kind of fuckery, but we know by now that most of what is here is archers and springhawks. So we need something that soaks up the damage. I have an idea. But first off, let's send all the scouts we don't need out of here. We're also stacking units here. This might be getting a bit threatening. Yeah, at least we can put these on hide here. So now now our ongoing recruitment is partially hidden. Yeah, we don't need this many here now. Actually, we can do the same thing here. Yeah, let's see if we need a mage somewhere else. Now we have all these guys. Oh yeah, I forgot I recruited them because they have resistance. And of course there is actually no one here who can carry them except this guy. I guess garrison force now. Until I can get another flying leader over here. Oops. Up until then, I'll give units to this guy here, but he's also slowly getting there. So I don't need to give him more now. And he can sit here and hide. So it doesn't look as threatening because now I'm only recruiting units here that won't show up on the strategy map until he sends a spy here, and not many nations actually have spies. Scouts can't see hidden units, so that's good for us. And we are trying again to search some sites while our research is ongoing. We are still Astro. Yeah, first units and our leaders come with level 6 at level 5. And level 6 only gives us the better ones. And Fravashis are, I think, what we should aim for. A Mesha Spanta, of course, the super leaders we would like to have, but I'm not sure we can invest that much if we, since we need some other shit first. Sadly, the only one who has enough shit that can give us more gamma income or more astral income. I'm kind of torn. We need both. Optimally, it would be if we can cast both, but yeah. We'll probably have to aim for the astral global because we are eating up our air gaps only for 100. Probably for the best if I plan on getting astral mages who can summon more astral mages. Completely disregarding our recruitment mechanic. But this also means astral, yes. Where the fuck is this one? That's Thaumaturgy, right? Divine Name is another spell that can make anyone into a commander. And it works a bit differently from the nature version. The nature version can only make commanders who aren't things into commanders. But if you have something like a golem or a crusher constructions or whatever that isn't instantly a commander if you get it, Divine Name is necessary to make them a commander. Soldurania, no, I can actually use this. The Nexus Gate would be an interesting option to use, but at level 9 and using Earth with Astral, you have to actively plan for this. And I didn't, so that's it. However, interesting cute spells like Master and Slave, which would make our Pretender God able to recruit more guys for his deadly plans of taking over the world with EVE Online. So what the fuck is this one spell? Astral Tempest is a slow killer. Stellar Strike. Yeah. I managed to always forget in which school the spell I'm searching for actually is. Stellar Focus is in Enchantment. 10 Astral Pulse a month, increased rain worldwide, but since we are not really using much magic. Also, I wanted to see if we can influence research with magic scales. I keep forgetting if this is a thing, still a thing in Dominion 6, because in Dominion 5 it definitely was. But in another game I just noticed there wasn't actually a difference between +2 magic and drain 1. Question then becomes, which of our growing stacks of measures will get the gift of the spell? But anyway, since it's Enchantment 7, Thaumaturgy 5, is Enchantment already in the list here? Oh, we only went to Enchantment 6 and then to Thaumaturgy 5, so we can use Soul Slayer, I suppose. Is there anything else here? Well, nothing we can really use, so did we just... only for this... There's some air spell. Wait a minute, I was looking at the wrong thing. Ah yes, we wanted to try for Gale Gate, even though I'm not sure it's actually a thing. We probably should concentrate a bit more on our plans and then go for Gale Gate. Because there is only a finite number of slots to take, and 2 of them already... Oh, Stellar Focus is already up. I guess our Pretender has to do some dispelling then. Well, that could get nasty, because Pythium also has easy dispel spells. This could get interesting, especially since we only have +2 Astral Pulse right now. Oh boy. And even our super Astral Mage Pretender can't find new sites. But there's still a lot of sites to search through, and we still have some research to do. I was wondering here, but we apparently only had the library here, which means we can recruit sages here. Our Harab Seraph is not too old, and they have 11. The Sage has 15, because he is an adept researcher. Yeah, but they're also age-old. Fuck. Yeah. Probably still good to have some, since they're not exactly expensive, but of course I have to go somewhere else and reduce recruitment of troops a little bit. So, now I indeed have 1 spot free for more mage recruitment. So let's put on the sages here. There is a sizable defense force. Good to know. But with Tianxi taking over everything in our surroundings, it's probably for the best to let them stay there. The army and the capital is close enough to send help, if needed. Hopefully we can gain the castle in Troll Canyon, because then I can leave some troops here, send some troops to Palgrave, and assemble an invasion force in Caelum, because we have to do something soon, or we fall too far behind. We might even not attack Ulm directly at first, but when we move we better have some more air guns. I did some great call on our Discord thread, in our Discord channel, to see if we can get any trading partners for our pile of gems where I can't find a use for, like fire, earth, glamour, maybe even nature and water. Yeah, maybe we can make use of earth. Astral, we need a ton of. Air we could use very well. Death, not so much, but we are a death nation, so we should probably keep some in reserve. And we have this guy here. Okay, this is a terrible name. Let's give you a better, more appropriate, terrible name. Yeah, let's see if this works out for you. I still like Dust 514 better. Even that was not exactly a good game, just a game that exists. Yeah, so lots of undead to put here. So for my plan to work, we need enough undead that we have a complete line of 100, 200, 300 down here. Followed by lines of storm guards. Double lines. Mammoth riders. Oh yeah, that's... Okay, I know the springhawks are somewhere in this part. It's probably for the best to put the mammoth riders here. In a double line? Ah yes, they are kind of... Huh. Okay, there are lots of enemy archers, so let's... Yeah, that's too much, so... Double line... archers, but then they're taking a lot of place, like, because they are fucking big, those fuckers. Well, let's do a dumb compromise. I'm putting them a step behind, so I will still rush forward and... But most of the archers and everything else should try to get to those first. Oh yeah, we have recruited a lot of mages since last time I checked here. Oh yeah. Those are earthbounds, that's... these clowns here, that must be the air mages I got. And we have these clowns here in the middle and blocks of back row attackers. Probably the second line here. And the second line of Earthbound is then here. I can go to double line formation. Now we will only want to fill this up, which we could instantly if the army in Troll Canyon is victorious, so let's hope for the best. We're also adding 18 more abominations per turn. That's finished. 18, 36. Yeah, we should add 70 more undead by the point they're all assembled in Caelum for my next plan, which is to get this throne here, because we need to start collecting thrones ourselves. And a second throne would be nice. And since we have clowns like here and she, we're getting slowly close to winning the game. No one will take a second look if we secure this throne fast. And we probably have to prepare afterwards. Afterwards we have to make an interesting decision. Either we have to let the blood mages live, or we have to take on TNC later. Okay, I'm kind of ranting now, so either decision one, we either ally with other people like Ulm and Patala to take down TNC before they can run away with the game and cut everything short, or we have to turn around and crush Ulm first and then take on TNC. Both things have drawbacks. I kind of hope people are fighting TNC at some point. We have still people trying to get Andromania under control. Who is actually playing right now? So Raga has given up. We have a nap with those guys. Yeah, Yeah, technically speaking it well with Femini, because the AI of course doesn't know that the player has kind of shrugged. And Romania, same thing, but the player's already given up. Pirena is in the game. They have Blur, yeah, okay. Hard to hit and Undying. Enchanted Blood, Blood Surge, Heroism. Yeah, those can be nasty if they get to kill a lot of units. And we get to see a big battle between Andromania, Dying, and Pirene next, so we can see what they can do right the fuck now. And I'm guessing Femini will then... That's kind of messed up. Femini is still doing shit here with... Andromania is being besieged by Femini, so Femini is still advancing here. But TNC has eaten so much that the province we took from them was kind of closed off. Second forest is here. And even if they manage to get Dragon Point, that's a thin line surrounded by TNC on all sides. But this also means possibly it's a future potential ally against TNC. We have to keep our own preparations mostly secret, I guess. Which is why I've kept all our undead summoning in our capital. But sooner or later we'll get to the point where I really fucking need at least some more GAMs. Our current operation alone needs 6 GAMs per turn and we only have 2. So if I only find some more sites, I can do some reasonable fast recruiting without stopping. But yeah, it's kind of funny. So right now it would be best if I just keep on summoning at least 6 per turn as soon as we hit 10 air GAMs. But optimally we would need something like +8 air. Then I could just cast 18 without other interruption and get a small growing stockpile for air spells and forge earrings. And of course we need far more astral than for our plans than I really have right now. Let's start summoning some shit as soon as we get to astral, conjuration 6 I suppose. And even though our research speed is kind of going out of control with all those harem seraphs I'm recruiting, that's still a lot of turns in front of us. But yeah, at least next turn there should be a battle in Troll Canyon to watch. And yeah, I realized our courses here are coming with shock resistance, so they aren't shocking themselves if someone hits them. Which means if we put them in front here, then they neutralize the Springhawks. Same with our Storm Guards. We could manage to block everything the mages are doing and the other fuckers if we just come with enough numbers. Right now, we are getting there. But at least 300 undead would be nice. Plus our combined force of 200-300 others with some mage support would be kind of optimal. Yeah, we'll full on in on conjuration here. Can use Curse of Stones. That's good. It's a nice little spell that makes the enemy slower. And since they are not undead, it will work on them. Yeah, we also got something like Weapons of Sharpness. Yeah, okay, that's a bit tiny. And Giant Strength Warriors. Yeah, that makes everyone stronger. We have some nice buffing spells already for, funnily enough, our Earth Mages. True Shot. Increased precision. Yeah. It's kind of funny. Not exactly something we need. Maybe for our Earthbound could be useful. Can also add some more shock resistance to our non-Storm Guards. It's something our air mages can already do. And of course there are some combat spells I've unlocked. We can do shit. Some shit, I mean. Just have to think how to best combine our mages. Well, it's still too early, because again we need at least 300, or at the very least 200 of those undead courses. Because if we manage to crack out without taking too many losses, the obvious thing to do would be, of course, to fort down here. And then we have a couple turns left where Ulm will be not as disturbed as you would normally be, because he will be going, oh, this guy is just fortifying his new throne. But of course, if we stay with 500 units on there, you'll probably slowly getting to realize that something is going on. And optimally, at that point, I will have something like, if I start marching, 1836, yeah, at the point where I'm preparing for the real invasion, I'm probably already back to 70 or something of the undead for a second force. That's this guy. So from next turn onwards, we shuffling undead back to our living mages, because Eve Vanguard is someone who can go underwater and is my planned invasion force for the Silent Ocean. Because those shamblers will probably shock themselves to death on our abominations. Probably be for the best if we also get someone underground with some water levels. But maybe, well, let's see how things fall out. Right now I'm still trying to desperately find some site searchings, and we are doing some preparations, like all those stealthy units we are assembling and the scouting we are doing. Like, take this for example. This is fairly clear to me that this guy is doing some blood sacking here to gain blood slaves, so we are getting slowly to the point where we need to deal with Ulm before Ulm is finished with Vettiheim. So we're getting there, Next turn we'll decide how fast we can act, because we're getting to the point where even I have to stop planning and start acting. So, well, that's already everything done here. Hopefully I can find some kind of trading partner next time. And this time the turn is over. Lipluini out. Hello people, it's me, Lipluini, and I'm back again here for more Dominion 6. We are back here in our little campaign of Late Age Caelum, and we are already getting into year 3, so we should get a move on. Our research is trucking along. We are now finishing Conjuration 4. Shit. So we are slowly getting there. We made a new batch of undead. And we finally found a magic site. The Sparkling Fields. Our other mage didn't find anything. So this of course has priority. The Sparkling Fields. Air game site. Finally, we are up from the bare minimum. This guy of course didn't find anything, so we now make an exchange to cover both provinces with at least level 2 searches. Oh, and where I'm at this, got Stompy Mountainers. You can go and search for magic site while you're here. Would be funny if there is still someone hidden here, but after we're slowly getting up, we probably got everyone here. So I can't stop patrolling for now. Back to our messages. We finally attacked Troll Canyons. And while we took kind of a beating, we even lost our last mammoths here. We also completely wiped out about 100 units plus mages inside. Also, most of our dead came actually only from 2 sources. Our flagellants, which we got from an event for nothing, took a beating with most of them now dead. But they also did their work of clogging the gate and killing enemy units, so our flyers could cross over. Speaking of which, a lot of those flyers then died to no effect. Our lighter ones died doing nothing, while our Raven Guards at least managed 7 kills before the big beefy dog people killed them dead. and probably routed the last survivors. But as you can see, it didn't help. Our Earthbound made some kills, but were never really threatened. I guess to really see what our Earthbounds can do, we have to meet someone who can actually wade through our swarms of cheap chaff and kill them for good. I mean, at least try, you know? There is just no fight. Our Earthbounds have the super strong blast I gave them, but because they are crossbowmen at first, no one is actually getting to them. There's a second type of sacros we will be seeing soon, and those guys can at least fly over and stab someone if the enemy doesn't bother coming. Well, let's watch this massacre. First off, because the game does never actually remember those things. It's cheap, not really mage intensive. Oh. Yeah, okay, the drawback of control by keyboard is if your keyboard has probably caused Bluetooth interference. Something I have to fight with all the time because in my tiny apartment there are a lot of the Bluetooth grids, so I can't actually scroll to the right now. It's kind of annoying. Oh, suddenly the game well, as you can see, the fuckers can't really do anything here. They're stuck behind a large blob of insanely motivated flagellants. They still have their magic weapons, that's cute. Some of even got twist fate like they're supposed to. Yeah, and the enemy garrison is now slowly fleeing. Even though they managed to butcher most of our flyers, I guess I didn't have enough of them, funnily enough. Yeah, I can probably speed this up a bit. Yeah, the gate isn't holding exactly, and the defenders abandoned the gates, which, if you're stuck in a castle, is not really the smartest move. Well, it's not like the AI can do anything. So this then was a fine victory, even though our army is now half the size it was before. Then Raga. Agatha attacked Raga and won. So, like us, they took a beating, especially the expensive cave knights lost 9 of their numbers again. Well, that's a lot of cave knights. Since cave knights are kind of beefy, it's kind of nice to see so many of them. The zappers, of course, yeah, I noticed half of them died. That's actually kind of positive. In my experience, those zappers set themselves on fire with cave fire bottles a lot of the time. Or they get mowed down because to use those bottles they have to step out in front. Yeah, a bunch of shit from the rest of the squads got taken down. But Raga's god died. So, and tons of defenders. The citadel of Raga had a lot of stuff in it. So this was actually a fairly one-sided affair, if you take all those auto defenders into account. Like with us, they're sending in the good stuff as fast as possible, with shields and in a formation that's less prone to get clocked at the gates. And the cave knights, who are fucking slow, are put there as backup. Possible to bottle everything up. Yeah, now the cave knights start moving. Lots and lots of bows. Yeah, everyone here has high protection and or shields. It's not like those bows are going to do much, but imagine you have to attack a citadel that has 80 crossbowmen on the walls. Now that's painful. see there's still some leaders on the other side here, like this Stalada, and some Mino mages have survived. Yeah, and the defense already abandoning the gate. So most of the losses come from some bowman hitting shit, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's the end, surrounded by cave. Nice. Get closer, please. Oh, fuck. Funny thing, a restart would normally... Oh, yeah. Now it's a bit late, but... Yeah, now they are climbing up the walls. Yeah, imagining horses doing this in real life, that's Dominions only. So at least the cave drakes can have possibly a better chance at climbing those walls. Of course, in real life you also don't have giant cave drakes at all, so I guess it's a bust. Then we have the Father Slayer, some kind of thing with snakes. Isn't this a character from Star Ocean, the second story? Weird. And that was another cute battle. Then we had population lost through harsh winters. Oh yeah, that's Caelum for you. I also found some nature games. Then we lost one of our scouts. Yeah, TNG doesn't want us looking at them. Now, Ulm also found us, but at least we see they have some Black Templars. Big beefy sacreds that can do a lot of damage. They're even heavier than the cave drakes we just saw, and of course they are a lot faster. Some Jewel Guardians, but the Rangers of Ulm, we already talked about them. And some random shit like wolves in the Scorpion Beast. I must have been set to patrol because otherwise... Huh, yeah. Or we just got unlucky. Well, that was that. The god of Raga has been wiped out by now, so everything that's left is now independent. Now that is not that it seems to matter much. There is Andramania still fighting, but this might have been the last province Raga even had. So for now the Bluetooth troubles seem to be gone. So now we need money for a new temple here. We also got the Lake of the Mist, which gives us water. Oh, thank you. The fortification is a castle, so we'll let it be for now. Let's do our recruitments. Oh yeah, sages for more research. And we stopped recruiting in Caelum. I've completely forgot why. Ah yes, I already diminished recruitments because I needed money, and yeah, now we have 600 left over, and this means one of those pretty idiots. Well, okay, I need some of them at least, so let's look at things. I guess Dust 514 can stay and do his thing because I need our profit more. So let's see, since this castle isn't really a high priority, I'll put things here. Guard commander. So the basics, one squad from behind, one squad from in front, and then I have a Mino template for an... Oh, I think I reversed this one. And Mino template for a garrison here. So everyone else can now go. Do I need those? Well, normally I would take them in as some kind of diversion, but really I don't need them anymore, I think. And since our dear leaders can have 2 squadrons, I give them, at least they have a little bit of more defense inside here. Now I can send all those leaders back, except examination, because I like having one stealthy leader at work here. And Dust is supposed to build a temple now. Everyone else can go back to Caelum, so I don't need for the foreseeable future recruit any more leaders over there. What is here? Oh, some random survivors. I don't really think I need to bother with them. Of course, I have all those leaders here. Which one of you are empty? Well, only Katana and this guy here. Well, since we can't act really fast, why not? Let's collect the idiots on our way. And Vidafana is the empty one, right? Yeah, so. Let's see. Here's no real leader except the stealthy ones. We don't really have something here. Yeah, here is one. That's good. We are recruiting here. Let's do this a bit back. I could make a second squad if I wanted to. Let's think about this. So we have a real defender here and a hidden defender. The real army is over here, but I don't want to muster too many armies here, because it looks a bit threatened, and since our armies can fly, it's strictly speaking not really necessary. And Yahoo Warrior, that's a big one here. So one army leader goes back there, our prophet is collecting someone, and yeah, I keep forgetting it's this guy. So let's put one in Millgate here. Oh, I'm getting these guys here too, so do I even need this? I have storm guards here. Yeah, I have storm guards, but not actually anything to do for them. Well, let's give this a small garrison. At least it's now at about counterattack status. So let's leave it at this, but now we have a hidden guy here with soldiers. Yeah, why not? Go to Caelum. If I have something to do for you, you can go somewhere else. Then up in Polgrave, we already have a defender and are not recruiting anything right now. Ah, okay. Well... Oh, there are some troops here. But of course there is no reason to do a full stop. So let's get one Storm Guard, one area, and one Stealth guy. And yeah, you know what? Let's go zoom out. Let's go over here. Yeah, I think not. That's a bit much. So, Trial Canyon back to us. And now we have money left over to build the missing temple here. And I recruited a new Harab Elder. Yeah, I'm switching back to Seraphs now. 18, is this? Oh, good. That's enough for a Storm Guard. And then next turn I probably reduce our outlying recruitment a bit, because even with Troll Canyon added to the line, we are kind of pushing it. Yeah, probably 1k units if I count everything together. I'm still trying to target art here, and then want to use it as a staging ground for one push, and of course there will be an underwater push and a push from the west, which is of course while we do this low K recruitment here. And even though we didn't recruit much in Caelum, we still have these assholes here. Yeah, okay, I remembered. Oh, of course, I can use this guy. Why not? The thing is, I just remembered I can just take the Eve Vanguard with me if I'm attacking art. My master plan here is, as a reminder, to take my overcharged, shock-resistant dumb assholes to block most of the rally wild shit, and then also to collect lots and lots of arrows from those archers. While our last surviving mammoths will go on a stomping stampede, while everyone else is kind of housing down the enemy line with... Hey, yeah, okay, I keep forgetting. This is probably for the best, because this means our Divine Blesser, in form of our Prophet, gives him the ability to shoot magic crossbow bolts. Always fun. So, anything else to do right now? Well, we are now 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, now 18 is 6 games. We are now at -3. So we can still continue at this speed for a while. As soon as I hit 10, I have to go back to at least 6, I think, so that we can make... continue to make at least a minor amount of these guys. We also have small amounts of death gems, but those we need for spells in the future. Battle spells. We have some little clouds of mages collecting in our outlying territories. And yeah, we have scouted everything here, but maybe we shouldn't scout the capital. Can we take a look at this castle up there? There is not much defense here in place. Let's see. My friend, I really hope you find something. I think I haven't found a single astral site so far. And yeah, so we managed to get troll canyons, and we're gearing up to storm art. But with 500 enemy units, I also want to be careful here and do this the right way, because we really don't want to repeat this. At least we have the same numbers roughly. And we can neuter the enemy archers mostly by taking away their ability to aim. 50% of arrows lost, remember, if we raise a storm. Which reminds me, yeah, we have alteration 4, right? That's enough for stormy times. Nope, we need 5. Fuck. So we are continuation 5 and 6. Ah, yes, of course, I wanted some astral idiots. First, let's take another turn until we even get to the point where I can summon the Yasatas, our ground troops. The sad thing is there is no upgraded version of that spell, so each Yasata will always cost 2 astral parts. And while they're good troops, they eat a lot of gems to summon, and you need a lot of them, since as flimsy bird people you will always take losses, regardless of how awesome they are. And since our income is not really high right now, in terms of gems. That's risky. We also can get an Ahurani if we have the combination of Astral and Water. Companions of the Great Ahura of the Waters. Aha. They can cure diseases. So at least we'll probably get at least one of them just to take a good look at what we have. And then Carnation 6. Fuck. I really don't want to rejigger everything just to get Alteration 5 faster. Let's see, 1 turn and 6 would be... Oh, it's not that much, I guess. I can deal with this. In 1 turn we are already a good bit into Configuration 6. Then 2 turns more, that should be done, and Alteration 5 should also be just a single turn after this. Well, 4 turns, it's not bad enough, especially since I will probably still make at least 100 of those shambling courses. And then I scare the hell out of all my neighbors if I march those 500-600 units out to battle. So that's another turn of preparations, and at least we have now +3 air games. I was really concerned for a moment there. So, Diploini out.